This is Isaac Thomas.
So maybe I can, again, we had a discussion about this last night, and we were talking about, let's say there's a restaurant, a vegan restaurant, that's in the Vegan Nation. And we're all ambassadors, and we go to that place, and each one of us independently, says, but they're not really vegan. Like in the back of they've got chickens, and they're using eggs. They're saying it's vegan, but it's not. So then you can sort of, you can say, I don't think this is a vegan place, and that way this restaurant is going to be exposed, and then they're going to have to make the decision if they want to stay in the blockchain, in the Vegan Nation, and be 100% vegan, or they're going to be pushed out, correct?
Again, we're going to incentivize anyone to be as good as possible in order to be part of the blockchain. And that, again, that comes back to the power of the community, is when we all work together, we can validate that transparency, right? Because what you're asking is about the validation of that transparency. And as a community, that's how we do that. When all of us go to a restaurant and we all give it a certain rating, and we all do that extra 30-second round to make sure that everything is vegan there, okay? And that's how we validate that transparency. That's what's so amazing about this blockchain system.
What other values do you promote? Is it veganism? I assume cruelty-free. What about fair trade, organic, or is it mainly based on vegan, plant-based?
I have a very hard time with the word vegan, although it is the name. But I believe that the idea of veganism is a certain lifestyle. It's not only food, it's not only not killing animals, it's the deeper understanding that we have a responsibility to our surrounding, to the environment, fair trade, and not killing animals. So I really think that someone that is really vegan, someone that wakes up in the morning and makes that conscious decision, I'm vegan, there's a lot more behind it than just cruelty-free.
From your perspective, Isaac, what's on the Vegan Nation roadmap we've talked a lot about verification. So are you going to develop some form of supply chain verification? Or are you piggybacking on Origin Trail or one of the other cryptos that are already quite far down the line?
We are developing one of the most what we believe is going to be a revolutionary validation and tracking system based on the blockchain. And I'll touch on it just in a second, because we're developing this whole system, which we believe can really disrupt many of the traditional ways to track things. And that comes back to the power of a community. So the idea of the Bitcoin, what's one of the ideas of the Bitcoin and the blockchain and the Ethereum, is that you always have people that are validating randomly a certain transaction, right? So if people are randomly validating, that gives you a high level of certainty that no one can cheat the system, okay? Because if you have always one person, okay, you can bribe him, you can give him money, you can cheat, you cannot cheat. You have a much lower, just like with Facebook, okay? Facebook is in charge of your information. They know everything about you. Do you trust them that they're doing the right thing with it? But if it's not one person, if it's not one central power, but it randomly changes between people, there's no way to screw up the system. So we're creating a tracking system that, with a smart contract, randomly people with a high ranking in the community, people that are active, that they have high ratings, they will be able to verify certain information on the blockchain. So if you have a product, okay, and randomly 2 or 3 people were chosen to validate the product, okay, and you go out to the market with it, you have the vegan validation that your product is really vegan. Now, people are going to be randomly looking at your product to make sure that you're really sticking to it, okay? It's going to be at a very minimal or none cost to you, okay? Because it's just people around you that are walking around. Sometimes you'll have no idea who they are even, okay? But everything is recorded on a smart contract. So every product you will be able to go, you can see if it's fair trade, if it was done not harming the environment, and everything else. People are going to be able to put in their input on your product, and that's what's going to give it the rating at the end of the day, if it's vegan or not.
You said earlier that VeganCoin's not going to get traded on an exchange. Did I pick that up correctly?
That's one of those.
It's not listed right now.
Yeah, but are you going to list on the 28th of June?
No, on 28th of June it's going out to the market. We are not talking to exchanges about listing.
But you're going to list at some point.
I have no clue. We want VeganCoin to be used in the system, not based on, because if we're gonna go to a exchange today, you're gonna buy VeganCoin based on a future value, okay, in order to cash out. That's not the idea of VeganCoin. The idea of VeganCoin is to buy and to use it on our platform.
So the difficulty is in supply chain. The point you made quite early on is in a supply chain, what you want to be able to do is pay it all the way down the chain and use VeganCoin on the chain. As a supplier, it's going to be difficult for me to know to accept VeganCoin because I don't know what the value of that is, because it's going to change, because it's not trading. So as an ideological point, I get it. But between inception and whenever that happens, what's VeganNation's vision to be able to manage that between now and then? Otherwise you've got no value.
The idea is that people will hold on to VeganCoin until they're able to do a transaction with it, not until they're able to cash out. But someone buying
I'm talking about having a value that is stable. So at launch date it's 50 cents. At some point down the route it's $5 or 0.0005 cents. As a supplier, that's a difficult thing to manage. And without it trading, how do you get value into it?
Well, without it trading, then the value is going to stay at 50 cents. And that's the value of the thing. So the value of something is what the community is willing to pay for it. So if you buy it at day one at 50 cents and no one else wants to buy it from you for more, then it's worth 50 cents, and that's what you're going to pay your producer.
The bit I'm missing is, how do I, so let's say I bump into Marcus in 3 years' time and I go, I'd like to buy a VeganCoin. How do I buy it? If it's not an exchange, do I just buy it? Is it through VeganNation website? Is that how I buy it?
No, you just buy it peer-to-peer. That's one of the ideas of cryptocurrency, is you can walk up to him in the street and buy the VeganCoin from him. A lot of the cryptocurrencies in the world today, that's the way they trade. They have like the Bitcoin. Like some countries have like Bitcoin meetups and things like that, when people just walk up to someone and say, "Hey, I want a Bitcoin from you. Yeah, I'll sell you a Bitcoin," and they transact it like that. It doesn't have to be on an exchange in order to trade value or to trade the coin within the community.
Okay.
Excuse me, but after 3 years, he buy it at the same price, or we don't know? Yeah.
We don't know. We don't know. It's based on the community.
Barbara?
Yes.
It's not a real question, Isaac, but last year I met so much guys from cryptocurrency, from the normal cryptocurrency, and what I see or what I feel is a totally different is, all these guys was very full of grit, the grit to get more money. This is totally alright. But nobody told that what you told about love, peace. It sounds so spirituality and so far. You speak from sustainability. And this what you bring out, this message, is totally different, because nobody can promise anything. So everybody have risk. Maybe go down tomorrow, whoever. Yeah. But your flame inside, it's burning so hard. I believe in this flame. This is wonderful.
I appreciate it. That's really what keeps me going. And like what you touched, all the other tokens, I mean, again, some of them are great ideas. It's all fintech, gambling, or something else. We're creating something, forget about the future value of the token. Who knows what it's going to be 3 years down the road? Let's say only people that bought it at the beginning are going to continue trading it. When you trade it, you're going to be trading it with values, with ideology, and with passion that you're trading something good.
Yes. So I think that was those were wonderful last words. Unless somebody else has a question, we're going to leave it at exactly that. That it's a lot more than just a cryptocurrency. It's hopefully it's passion, yeah. It's passion, and it's hopefully a new home for all of us. Thank you so much for coming here. Those of you, yes, thank you.
Thank you guys for driving out here for time. Seriously, it's so amazing to be here. I mean, absolutely.
He couldn't believe it when we drove all the way here. It's like, there are people gonna come all the way. You vegans are crazy. No, thank you very much for coming here. We hope we see you again in Mallorca, and then we'll have more people sitting there, and we have more exciting things to talk about. So we're gonna stay here for dinner. So if you have more questions for Isaac off camera, he will gladly answer them, right?
Ready.
Yes. Thank you so much. And if you would be here for the Vegan Day Out, we would be happy to have you. It's on the 26th of May. And if you'd be here on the 17th of June for our Animal Rights March, please join us.
Absolutely, I would love to. I mean, who needs a good excuse to come to Mallorca? I would come here anytime if I have the time.
Not even a girlfriend.
Ta-da! Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.